How are you guys? All right, so for those who don't know me, my name is Sara Al Madani, and if I sound a little bit weird today, it's because I'm a bit sick, and this is too close, so yeah. Basically, I'm a serial entrepreneur, have done business in so many different fields, and fields that I've never studied, never heard of, never learned about, but I believe that knowledge is available. It's online, it's for free, you have access to it, and that's how you become better at different things that you have no idea about. So we're here to talk about shaping the future, right? So I'm sure every single one of you has someone that motivates them, inspires them, and moves them. And it might be Steve Jobs, it might be Mark Zuckerberg, it might be anybody. But I'm sure a lot of you ask yourself this question: Are these guys lucky? Are they born lucky? Are they born gifted? Are they favored? What makes them different than all of us? To be honest, they're not different. I'm not different. They're not different. Nobody successful in this world is different. The only difference is that they took a risk. And taking risk is a big thing for people who want to shape the future. I'll give you a very simple example. I'm sure every one of you got on a bus today, got on a car today to come here, right? But do you know that actually driving a car is more risky than flying a plane? So you're okay with waking up in the morning, putting your life at risk, going to places in your car, but you're not okay with taking risks that might shape your future and make you someone and make you unforgettable. So it's all about taking risks, okay? This is what it's all about. And I love risks. And to me, failure is just a missing ingredient. You take it and you start all over again. And I'd rather fail than to say, what if later? Because I want to know that I tried and I couldn't. And what kills me is knowing that I might or I could have been something, but I've never tried doing it. So this inspires me every day. So taking risks is my bowl of cereal every morning. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you heard this word innovation. It's trending. A lot of people are talking about innovation. But the thing is, a lot of people are intimidated by the word innovation. I've met a lot of people who say, I want to innovate. I'm like, okay, so what you waiting for? No, I'm waiting to do something that has been never done before. But I'm sure you guys heard the saying, everything has been under the sun, right? There is nothing. Innovation is not about reinventing the wheel. Innovation is about taking something that exists, adding a little things to it, and making it different. You think Uber was innovation? Uber is not innovation. There's a taxi system. You call, you order a cab, and it comes to you. Uber just did the same thing differently. All these Airbnb hotels exist. You book, you call, and everything. The thing is, these people took what exists, added a couple of things to it, tweaked it a little bit, and they became innovative people. So don't let the word innovation get to you. It's not that hard. It means take something, knock it off, do it better, do it in a different way, and make it happen. But the thing is, innovation is not just a good idea, that's it, or a great idea. Innovation is an ecosystem. There's a lot you have to do to be innovative, not just come up with a crazy, insane business idea or a crazy, insane idea that will change or solve problems. That's not it. It's literally an ecosystem. So I'm going to break it down to you in different ways when it comes to business, how to become innovative and how to shape the future. So coming up with something creative, but not following up and making a structure that is innovative for it, makes it literally a Ferrari engine on a Honda Civic body. You know what I mean? So it's kind of useless. So think of it as an ecosystem. Let's start by the first thing, product innovation. For example, people think that once they create a product and it sells and it makes money, they're good to go. Nope. Innovation is research. Innovation is reinventing the product, adding things to it, making it different, and changing it up every now and then so you can maintain that level of innovation. Innovation is not creating something and sleeping on it. Number 2, cost innovation. Cost. Dropping cost to make more revenue and more money is essential for every business. It's very important, but it doesn't mean to drop your cost to the extent that your quality drops. Imagine, for example, Boeing decided to cut their cost so they can make more money and their quality drops. Our lives would be at jeopardy. We won't be safe. So finding ways to cut costs to make more money is good. It's amazing. It's innovative to say, okay, I'm going to do it this way because it saves me let's say 30 cents on each product, but throughout the year it saves me $3 million. That's amazing. But don't give away your quality for that. So that's important. Second thing is pricing innovation. Pricing is an art. A little bit too much might kill it, a little bit too little might not. There was actually a big restaurant that shut down in Dubai because they were 5 dirhams short under the price. So if they were 5 dirhams more on each item on the menu, they would have broken even and been good. But they were this amount short on their prices. So pricing is an art, how to price things, how to create a dynamic demand and supply environment with your customers is very important. So this is also another source of innovation when I say an ecosystem. The next thing is marketing. Marketing is very important. So innovating in marketing is basically using all the channels available for you to market: social media, offline, online media, digital, non-digital, old school, new, every type of media you can, just to leverage your business to take it to the next level. Creating campaigns that are meaningful, impacting people with what you do through marketing, and being very smart with it. And looking at your competitors, but not living in their shadows, because if you copy your competitor, people are smart nowadays, they can see it. So look at your competitors from like a window that is very sophisticated, very smart, very sharp. Don't copy, because to be honest, this world needs innovators, not imitators. So let's not imitate, let's innovate. So that's very important. So marketing is also a big thing. The next thing I want to talk about is culture innovation, which is a lot of organizations are embarking on nowadays, especially the biggest ones, which is creating a creative culture. I'll explain to you what it means. So basically, in organizations, what managers do is manage aggressively, micromanage, supervise staff, like even block processes just to make sure everything is happening. The new way of innovating in an organizational culture, even when you start a business, you want to start from the beginning, introducing a self-learning culture, introducing a self-motivating culture, introducing this leadership culture from the beginning in your organization. Managers should get busy inspiring their employees, connecting them to people, introducing new ideas, innovating with them, teaching them new things, but not micromanaging them, creating rules and making it more aggressive. To me, I believe that you can be aggressive as a leader with your goals, but not with the people that are taking you towards your goals, because that doesn't work. Back then, leadership wasn't that big. Management was, because people did not know any better. But now with the new era, with the new mentality of people and how things are with social media, people know their value. And they want that freedom environment when they work. And that's the new thing. So culture innovation is so important. When your employees are happy, they give more, they produce more, they do more, they're so loyal to you. To an unbelievable extent. And I actually have a story that I'll share with you. And that story really made me believe in leadership. So in 2013, I was bankrupt, so I had no money. And I had to face my staff and tell them, hey guys, I don't have any money, I can't pay your salaries, but it will take me time to build all of this again. 20% of my staff left. I don't blame them. I'm not mad. I don't judge them. They have families to feed. They have things to do. They have kids back home that they need to educate. But the rest of them stayed. We're talking about, what, 80% that stayed? Stayed with me, and they worked for 6 months for free. I was amazed. So I actually sat down with them. I'm like, so why did you guys stay? What made you do this? Why are you bearing all of this? And they said, you were always a great leader. You were always a family to us. You believed in us, you taught us, you nurtured us, you were there for us, and you never left us, so we will never leave you. Oh my God, how beautiful is this to hear? If I was that manager that had the closed door, crossed legs, don't talk to me, don't come here, do your work, and I was aggressive and putting rules and all that, if I went to break that news to them, they'll be so happy to leave me right away. So to be an innovative person and to shape the future, it's not just about great ideas, innovation, and having that ecosystem that I just told you about. It's about leadership. Leadership is very important. And I'm a sole believer in leadership. I don't believe in managing people. I love people. I feel like humans are the most beautiful, sophisticated thing ever. And I love to treat everyone as if they're worth it. Because I have siblings. I have a kid. I have a sister, I have a brother, and I want them to be treated well. So I treat other siblings, other kids, other people's kids very well. So leadership is very important, and it takes you a very, very long way. And innovation without leadership, it gets you nowhere, actually. So it's very important to understand that if you want to innovate, you just need to take something that exists, take it, reshape it, reapply it, and just put it out there. And believe it or not, you might be in the next billion-dollar project or tech project or anything that comes out of this country. And I always sit with my friends and we talk. Like, for example, the owners of TikTok, the owner of Facebook. Can you imagine that moment when they were sitting down? Like, let's take Mark as an example from Facebook. When he was sitting down in his dorm room and he said, oh, I want to create an app so people can connect, and a platform so people can connect with each other. It might have been something stupid back then. People would not have believed it. Okay, so how do you want to do this? Because back then, we used to send like posts, like letters to people. So he wanted to take the process away and bring people together. Imagine him when he was sitting down that day, and look at him now. It all starts with a thought, and then it starts with you taking that step toward that thought, which makes a huge difference. And I always use the story. I love this story so much, and I watched it on YouTube, and I use it in every speech. I say, fear is an illusion we create in our mind. It doesn't exist. We see it in our minds only. And there is a theory that I saw online on YouTube. You guys can see it as well. You probably have seen it already. There was this man who got a marker and drew a circle around an ant, and the ant went crazy. For hours, she was in that circle going around, thinking that that black line is something bad. She over-exaggerated it. She wouldn't leave. Every time she touches it, she backs off. This is what fear is. Fear is something that doesn't exist. If the ant only crossed that marker line, she'll realize, oh my God, there's nothing in there. And this is what fear is. Fear stops us from unlocking all our potentials, finding out who we are, what we can do, knowing ourselves, going on a journey to discover ourselves. Fear stops us from all these things. But I said, failure is just a step in the ladder of success. A lot of people think they can skip that step. You can't. Every single successful person failed. Every single person, I'm sure every one of you wants to shape the future, right? Every one of you wants to innovate. One of you wants to do something. But do it. Do it. It's your dream. Make it happen before someone hires you to make their dream come true. And innovation is fast. If you think of something, you have to do it really fast. Otherwise, you'll see someone doing it right away. Because everyone is thinking of the same things at the same time. When you want to innovate, always think of a problem you want to solve. The most successful businesses in the world, Microsoft, Apple, all these companies, Uber, they're solving a problem. And they're making life easier for people. So that's very important. The last ecosystem innovation, part of the innovation of ecosystem of the innovation, is that you have to innovate in platforms. You know how Apple just pulled the carpet from under Sony's legs when they came out with the Walkmans and CDs, and then Apple came up with the iPods. So it's very important to understand that innovation is also about platform. Okay, my voice is going slowly. So innovation is about platform, innovating in a platform, and leveraging the platforms that you want to put your services, your business, your ideas on. Because platform is everything. It makes a huge difference. So that's also innovation. So once you come out with a great idea, product, great marketing strategy, great costing, great pricing, great culture in your company, and then great platform to sell all these things on, and innovative platforms. This is how you shape the future. This is how you become a sustainable, innovative company. This is how you become an innovative person. It's not just about ideas. It's about ideas, and it's about doing much more than that. It's about taking risks. I said it, we take risks every day. We shop online. I bought a dress like a while ago for like 500 dirhams. It came this small, fabric was so cheap. That's a risk. I know it was only 500, but it's a risk. Going on a plane for vacation, It's a risk. Anything can happen on that plane. It's funny how we make choices and where we decide to take risks and where we don't. Why don't you take some money aside and say, I want to shape the future with it. I want to innovate with it. Collect it for 6 months. Every month, collect an amount. Collect 10,000. Start an e-commerce platform. Start something. Nowadays, things are getting cheaper. Before, to shoot a music video, you would need a full production team with like cameras as big as the stage that will cost you like a fortune. Now they shoot videos with small cameras that are this small. They even shot movies with mobile phones. So everything is becoming easier. Things are becoming more accessible. There's no more excuses. Back then, I started when I was 15. I wish I had the opportunities that are available nowadays. I wish I had what you guys have nowadays. And it really kills me to see people not taking advantage of all these things and using them and abusing them. I never had these things. So take this, leverage all these things, use them for your own, your best potential, and take them and apply them, and don't waste time. Take all the risks you want to take, because failure is just something that might beat you or teach you. You decide. You want to dwell in sadness or you want to grow and learn from it. Because I'll tell you, when I failed in 2013, when I was bankrupt, I told myself I can either like break down and cry and become a bitter person and change, but I decided to actually stop blaming people for what happened to me and to actually look at where I went wrong and to fix it. So instead of saying, oh, who took my money? Why did they do that? Why did people do this to me? Oh, they're bad. Oh, you know what? I'm never trusting people again. I'm never working with partners again. I didn't do that. I was like, all this world needs is love and trust and kindness. And if something bad happens to me or someone does something to me and they change who I am, then I've completely lost. If someone takes your money, steals your business, breaks you, whatever they do, it's fine because you're still there. They can't take your mind, your heart, your soul, you're still there. You can still do whatever you did before because you are the creation, you are the creativity, you are the business. It's not your idea. You made it happen. So if somebody takes things away from you, tangible things, it's okay, you can rebuild it again. So it's completely fine. So I was sitting down and I told myself, where did I go wrong? And I figured out where I went wrong, and I took it and I reapplied it again, and I partnered up with more people, and I started more businesses, and I trusted more people. But I just fixed what I did wrong. So guys, take as much risks. It's okay. Do whatever you want to do. Be innovative. Shape the future. Every single person in here has a dream, and every single person in here is an individual with their own brand. Take it out there and shine. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Her Excellency. If you can just stay on stage. May I please request Mr. Kamalpuri to come forward and present her with the memento. Thank you, Mr. Kamalpuri. Thank you, Your Excellency. That was absolutely inspiring. Our next speaker is His Excellency